Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Katie, and this is the Housewife Did It.
Pop Culture Edition.
Hey.
If you enjoy this show, you can come back each week and give us a review and then share it with people you know and love. And then you can use the code Mary788 at every Jewels, EVRY Jewels, for money off of your jewelry order.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm very excited.
It's a big one.
To be here with you today. Me and Mary have texted a little back and forth. We've sent things back and forth, but we have not gotten to sit down and talk about TS12 and Taylor Swift being on Travis Kelce's podcast. So we are here to do that today. We're going to keep tidbits very short, and by that I mean literally 3 bullets, because we need to spend all the time that we can talking about Miss Taylor Allison Swift.
Mm-hmm.
So, brief updates from our universes. Janae Craig may be dating rapper Key Glock.
Good.
She did go on some interview and say, like, essentially, like, I'm a move on queen. Like, she was like, it's not for me. I'm moving on. Like, that's it. So, good for you.
Yeah.
From Bachelor in Paradise, rumor is that Kat had a boyfriend the entire time that she was on Paradise.
It's what Dale deserves.
Yeah, honestly, fine. Whatever, girl. Do what you need to do.
Watching the latest episode, or the last couple episodes, has been painful.
Yeah.
I cannot wrap my head around the idea that everyone has made Brian the villain.
Yeah, I hated Brian before that.
Right. Brian sucks. But
yeah.
He is certainly not the villain in this situation.
No.
Crazy. And then I feel like also just the way everybody's coming for each other now is insane. And like if we have Dale sticking up for Kat,
yeah,
you've gone too far. Obviously, like Dale hates Kat.
Yeah,
be real.
Of course. Yeah, that move by Sean and Alicia was.
That was great. When he started talking about Parliament, like I lost all control.
And I looked up. He's like, my dad was in politics, and I looked up. Sure enough, his dad's probably like, people had stopped Googling me, son. And now they know again that in 2017 I had a scandal that ended my career. But okay.
Crazy. You really let that part out of your
he's just
resume,
like,
Sean.
My dad's a successful politician.
Right.
On Big Brother, Riley finally went home.
Praise Jesus.
Mary, what can you tell us about, like, did this just happen? Or did production play a role in this?
Sure.
Seems convenient that everyone wanted him gone and then he just happened to go.
Everyone outside of the house.
Right. In the house, literally Zach was like, I am so shocked to see this because we all loved him.
Yeah. So if you felt like your head was spinning when Rachel was trying to come up with any possible reason she would want to put Riley on the block, you are not wrong. So what the rumor is that so we're continuing, to get videos of Riley from Catherine. Some videos now where he's like yelling at her a little bit. He tells her to shut up a lot. There's a video where there's several videos actually where he's like gaslighting her and asking her why she doesn't like him. And
Are you gonna vote me out?
Right. There's one where he asks Lauren to get in on the conversation, and he's like, "Will you tell her she needs to love me?" And Lauren just like doesn't respond. There's also been some more videos of like more physical touch between them, which like again like Catherine does not seem uncomfortable with, but apparently her family is uncomfortable with it. Because
he just keeps saying like we're gonna get married whether you like it or not. Right. And like I can't imagine being her family and hearing that.
Right.
While she's locked in a house with him.
Right. So her stepmom said that she and Catherine's dad actually called production and said like we're not comfortable with the way this man talks to our child. Like we need you like somebody to step in. Like let us talk to her or something. Like they reached out like to basically just see like what could be done. And so the theory that people have now is that after that phone call, they thought about like how we could do this, because I think that like to be fair, from the point of view of the people in the house, Riley has not done anything wrong. And I think I've even seen where some people in production have said like he isn't violating any of our guidelines or rules. Like they're, from what we can tell, in a relationship. And
if she like, to them it's like if she didn't like the things he was saying, she could like break up with him or say like I don't like that or whatever.
Right. And so like they're like he technically hasn't like violated any guidelines, but like I don't know. And so essentially what we've heard is that because Rachel was HOH, and Rachel is an alum of the show from 2 separate seasons now, production is able to like be more candid with her perhaps, and that they stepped in. And when they found out that Lauren was going to use the veto and told Rachel that she had to put up Riley as a replacement nominee, and then furthermore, now people speculate that the battle back was rigged. So
the
blockbuster was rigged. And basically like what they're saying is that we see Morgan and Riley get the same score. Morgan runs to lock it in. Then Riley comes to lock it in. And then all of a sudden, Mickey, who's been like rolling 8s over and over again, suddenly has a 36 or whatever. And it was not caught on camera. And so the speculation is that the game was rigged for Mickey to win and be taken off the block, and then they voted Riley out.
How could they ensure that though? Because it was a close vote.
Right. I think that part's tricky. I do also think it's interesting though that like he's been so like fired up about like so many things, and he was so calm through that entire voting, eviction, blockbuster. He was so calm the whole time. He didn't even really cry when he left. Like, so I also wonder if
they told
him like, you know, like you're going to go home. And maybe
they just had to get one person to like agree to be that 5th vote. Yeah. I did think it was weird that Julie didn't say anything about it when he left. Like just about public perception.
Sammy said like, is she gonna say anything? I said Julie Chen Moonves, who started going by Julie Chen Moonves after her husband was accused of sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
She's not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. But I guess the most recent update, which makes me believe that he didn't know that he was going to be evicted for this reason, is that he is now suing Big Brother for the way that he was edited, for being edited like a creep, which is not going to go well considering that none of the creepy things made it into the show.
Right.
All of the bad behavior is on the live feeds that you consented to.
Right.
And so, like, I don't think it's going to go really well to say, like, that a compilation of edits is what made you a villain when, like, 99% of the things people didn't like that you did not make it on the show. Like, people are mad at Big Brother because they didn't edit you correctly. And you're saying, I'm going to sue for $15 million because of a bad edit. But, okay.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to our live feed expert for knowing all the things. Let's do it. Let's do Taylor Swift stuff. So, as you all know, last week we got a 2-hour-long podcast of Taylor Swift, which basically means we are all now her close personal friends.
Right. We know literally everything about her.
Yeah. I simply cannot explain what it means to just get to listen to Taylor talk on long form media. Not something that we get ever. Of course, not to mention that it was her boyfriend's podcast, so we also get to watch her be in love, which was very cute. And then in all of this, we got TS12 announced. It was the Orange album we were waiting for. Not called Karma. We will get The Life of a Showgirl on October 3rd. So, I just want to talk about some things. Just lots of questions. So they talked a lot about Taylor getting her rights to her masters. And I guess we had never really talked about this. I just wanted to know, like, what is your favorite re-record? And I guess, is there a re-record, and this could be the whole album or like a song, is there one that you think truly, like, this made it better? Like, not just it was as good as it was, but like, I liked this better than the original.
Yeah. My favorite re-record is probably Red. And I think that 1989 sounded better as a re-record.
Okay.
Which I think is a hot take.
I think it was the one that I heard the most discourse about, like, sounding different.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was for better or worse, but my favorite re-record is also Red. I think it's got the best vault songs. It's got my favorite Taylor Swift song in the vault. But Red is also my favorite album, so, like, who am I to say? But a specific song re-record that I think was made significantly better is Girl at Home. I think it has, like, some major changes in it. I think it went from being a skip for me to a song that I am like, oh my God, I would love to listen to that. So
yeah, that's how I feel about Welcome to New York.
Okay, maybe I need to go back and. That was so funny listening to Jason be like, wait, so I can listen to both of them now? So I can sit down and I can compare the two? I'm going to do comparisons. I'm going to listen to one from the... And I'm like, baby, they've already done that.
Yeah.
They was doing that before we were allowed to.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But that's how supportive he is.
He's like, now I can do it.
Right.
Yeah. He's one of those people that's like, now we can listen to Reputation. And everyone's like, we already were. All right. Onto TS12 stuff. Talk to me about your theories, which I'm sure there are lots. And yes. I will also say that, like, there's probably gonna be a lot of hopping around, because everything ties into everything else. But what are your theories on the TS12 colors? You could tell me about the original colors, or now all the millions of variants.
I don't know that I personally have a theory. I think that
Do you believe what Taylor Swift says, that orange is just a joyful color?
I believe that what other color was she going to use? You know?
You're running out of rainbow colors.
We're running out of colors that have heart emojis. But so I think that a lot of people think that the color scheme is supposed to show how like statues erode over time, like specifically like the Statue of Liberty, which is like a bronze color when it was originally built and donated to the United States and is now obviously green. And just the like that's what it is to be the life of a showgirl, or to live the life of a showgirl, is you're put on this pedestal, but then over time you're worn down. And I've also seen people say that they believe that there will be a sister album called The Death of a Showgirl, which I think would maybe tie more into that theory of the erosion and stuff.
Yeah.
But I kind of just thought whenever we get the next album, it will be orange.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the other choice? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, one of the theories I saw relates to karma. So essentially people were saying like this is karma. Like
yes.
And they said that the life of a showgirl will be orange, much like Kanye West's album The Life of Pablo is orange, which is the album where the song Famous is. And that now the karma is that when people search the life of, like, obviously Taylor Swift, who is the most famous person in the world, would come up before a 2016 album from Kanye West. And so that like is the karma, which is like totally cool. I think like it's very clear for lots of other reasons that we can get into, but like it's very clear that like the color scheme, but also the showgirl-ness of this album has been being planned since at least 2022. So like I don't know, like I guess I just will never probably know like chicken or the egg. Like, did she know it was going to be an orange album and then was like, oh, and I'm going to make it showgirlish? Or was it always going to be like people were saying like we saw the orange word karma on that music video and maybe we thought it's going to be an album called Karma, but maybe she meant like, no, it's just going to be my karma. Like it's going to be Kanye West's karma, I guess. And that maybe she just like knew that. So I don't know. I don't know. I think there's like a lot of stuff with the colors that it's like, yeah, I think a lot of it could be representative of like rust or bronze or things like fading and these transitional colors. Also, it could just be that she was running out of album colors, and what else would she paint her fingernails or put on a bracelet or whatever. Also, it could just be maybe she was like, well, they are expecting an orange album, so like I'll do an orange album. Like I think lots of things. And yes, orange also is a super fun color. But to say that like you made this album orange because Travis makes you feel orange feelings doesn't make sense when you've been planning the orange album since 2022. So we're not buying it.
I also wonder if, because like Karma was supposed to be like a sister album for Reputation, and Reputation is not one that she previously owned. I also wonder if like the name of Karma was something that she didn't have the rights to use at some point, or if by putting a song out called Karma on a different album, if she's no longer like wanting to use that name, like it could easily be that she has kind of scrapped the concept of the Karma album. But also these songs seem really specific to like the current time she's having, and so like I don't know. Right, I don't know that they would be the same songs that were going to be on Karma.
And
unless it is going to come out as a sister album and the songs from Karma will be like the death of a showgirl.
Sure, I don't think that that's the allegation, is that like this album was written as Karma and that like now she's just releasing it differently, because she's straight up said to us like, I started and wrote these songs this summer. So like there is no way that she had these songs already written. And these are songs that she is saying like are about while she was on the Eras tour. But like I do think we have enough evidence to show that conceptually she knew she was going to do an album that was going to be orange, because that orange door has been there from the beginning. And I think based on the Bejeweled music video, we have evidence that she was going to do showgirl-esque things in this. So like I wonder if just like as soon as she came up with the Eras tour, if she thought like that's going to be a really good album, is for me to write what's going on in my life behind the scenes. Sure, she didn't start doing it until later, but I guess that leads me to another question for you. Like, do you subscribe to the belief that Tortured Poets was like not planned to be the 11th, and that it just like happened because Maddie Healy happened and she needed to do this cathartic thing, and maybe she was like, wait, I can't write about the behind the scenes of a showgirl right now, I want to make this pop album and now I'm sad? Or there's other evidence, like the orange showgirl in Antihero is looking at a girl wearing white, or on the Karma video with Ice Spice has an orange lasso and Taylor has a white one. And so like, do we think, but then on the Bejeweled video, people keep pointing to the 11 button was orange. So like, do you think Tortured Poets was meant to be 11 the whole time? Or do you think it interrupted where the orange album was supposed to be?
Well, maybe it was interrupted, because I feel like also the idea that like she's saying like Travis makes her feel orange, like she probably thought that's how the Eras tour would make her feel, if that's how she associates the color orange with feelings.
It's with joy.
That, like,
yeah,
and so like, and then so much of it, or so much of what was happening during the beginning of it was not joyful,
right,
had to be cut. And then she found something or someone that sparked that joy, and then felt like she could continue it. But I don't know, because also like 30 songs of a new album that's not what you were planning to do is kind of crazy.
But I have thought about that too, because she keeps saying, and I think she said this before, but she said this on New Heights, where she said, like, I have for a long time been wanting to make a very curated, very specific album where only certain songs make it to the cutting floor, where it's not a whole lot of songs, where, you know what I mean? Like, she says that Showgirl doesn't have any extra songs, that it's only the 12, and that, like, it's exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's perfect, and all those things. And so I feel like the fact that Tortured Poets is this word vomit of 30 songs almost to me points more to the fact that it was an interruption, because she was like, this is my kind of behind the scenes of the Eras tour, but I can't cut anything. Everything's making it in. I'm just barfing all of these words. And I think we get hints of a showgirl in I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I think in Clara Bow, which people keep pointing to, the last line in Clara Bow says like, it's dazzling, and that's the end of Tortured Poets. And so like, I think that she talks about a lot of like really awful aspects of being a showgirl, and not to say that she won't, like people do still think that this is going to be like pop sounds, but it's going to be like dark lyrics. But like, I wonder if when all of this stuff happened, she started writing and she was like, all of this stuff isn't going to make it into this very curated album that I want to make. And so I'm just going to make another record, and it's going to be everything I want in it, and then I'll start curating later.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you mentioned the heart emojis. So if she had to pick orange because we're running out of heart emojis, then why the fuck, Mary, is she not using the orange heart emoji? Why are we using the flames?
What
does that mean?
Right. Because I don't think any of the variants are fire related.
No, not yet. But is the orange, are we still somehow waiting for an album actually called Karma? Although I do like your theory that, like, are you really going to come out with an album called Karma when you already have a song called Karma?
Right.
I don't know. But, or is the orange being reserved for the death of a showgirl? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that one's not sparkly.
Right. So it's sad and orange.
Yeah.
Joyful, but not joyful? I don't know.
Joyful death.
Joyful, not sparkly?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts on colors? And we'll get into variants in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Thoughts on track titles? Anything right off the bat?
I don't think it's a coincidence that she mentioned Travis's birthstone is an opal during the episode. He wore
opalite earrings to the, like, one of the championships or something, Super Bowl, something.
I don't know what else I think. Yeah, I've seen theories about Elizabeth Taylor.
And that ring that Kelly Teller got her?
The opalite ring. Yeah, being about Kelly Teller, and that they're
I want to know what anymore. I want to know what it's like. Like, I asked this to Billy about, like, people that she, like, works with, but I guess I think about her friends too. Like, when she does these things that to us are very clearly Easter eggs, do they know? Like, are they in on it? Like, when she's like, hey, we're gonna grab orange feather fans for practice for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, we're never gonna use them in the show. Like, do all of the dancers know? Does she have to say, like, and this is because the album's orange? Or is she just like, he? And, like, are they doing what we're doing and talking to each other and going, why are they orange? Like, I always want to know, like, who knows? Like, but I guess your point about Kelly Teller is the opposite, and you're saying maybe it's a song about Kelly Teller, but I don't know. She didn't have two titles both about that. So, like, did she say, Kelly, if you're gonna get me a gift, make sure it's an opal, because that's gonna be important. Like, I want to know who all knows what at the time, and, like, we'll get into this, but, like, Sabrina Carpenter definitely knew because she's, like, actively on the album, but, like, she has to call up Sabrina Carpenter and say, like, put a Pinocchio in the back of your picture on Instagram. Like, do these people think she's nuts? I mean, yes, but, like, I just can't imagine her trying to explain to everyone all the time, like, okay, so we're gonna have the screen glitch, and it's gonna have to glitch green. And it's going to have to do it while I'm wearing an orange dress. But I don't really know if I should tell you why it's got a glitch green in an orange dress. But please, can you just make it happen? I just pictured that they're like, okay, it's one of those things
like,
again.
I'm so sick of this woman.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think also, though, that, like, some of these people that we're talking about, like, Sabrina Carpenter is, like, a fan, you know? Sure. And so they probably are like, oh my God, yes. Like, I will do anything you say.
And then you're like, come on, Taylor, why am I using an orange fan?
Right. Which picture does she have a Pinocchio in?
It's one of these, it's one of the ones from these listening parties. I don't remember. Maybe the first one. The New York City listening party. Second picture. Zoom into the bowls hanging, and there's a Pinocchio with a green hat.
Okay. Yes, I see it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Which we'll get into Pinocchio stuff, but
yeah.
Okay. Surely Opalite is about Travis. Do you expect anything about Blake Lively? And I will go ahead and say that I don't think Ruin the Friendship is about Blake Lively. I think that's a little too on the nose.
Right.
Could be about Chloe Teller.
Yeah. But didn't
people
honestly,
say that
I feel
Blake
like she's
Lively...
not going to sing about Blake Lively because I think she just probably wants to drop it.
I saw someone say that Blake Lively had a character named Ophelia. But it's like, clearly she's just talking about Hamlet, so like that would just kind of be like a coincidence, I would think. But I mean, double entendre, I guess, whatever. While Travis was being super mushy and she kept saying, "That's wonderful, thank you so much," do we think that he was dropping lyrics to actually romantic?
Like what?
I don't know. I don't remember what he said. But just when he's like, you're mesmerizing and the curiosity, like that I had to, like all of the, like he was just kind of going on for a long time and she just kept going, whoa. And it's like, once again, I feel like Travis would be a person who she's definitely telling all the Easter eggs to. So is she like, here, I want you to say this line, please. Like, I don't know.
But when Jason was like, should I leave?
Yeah, basically. And she's like, I think everyone should. And I like, maybe that's the song's going to be about how he's so romantic and everyone should leave. Get out.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes. She was talking about how they're going to have to like fit him and they'll find him a room if he comes on the Eras tour, this like 6'5" guy, and they'll have to make all this room and get rid of some equipment. And I'm like, he was in your bed.
Yeah.
Girl. Come on now. Okay. I guess, how do you feel, and not to take your thunder, but I think we both have traits of this thing, but how do you feel about track 5 being called Eldest Daughter? Are we going to get a true track 5 on this album with all the pop feel good feelings?
What does that mean?
All the track 5s are like the saddest songs.
Oh. I feel good. I am very excited.
Yes.
I also think Eldest Daughter is kind of funny when you're like the only one. You know?
The only daughter, yeah, but she's the eldest kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
Yeah. I just think it's so funny because I'm also excited because all of my life I've been accused of being the eldest daughter. So I think like Mary's actually been it, but you know, maybe it'll resonate.
I like the eldest daughter to teacher pipeline.
Yeah.
So
I love the transition from father figure directly into eldest daughter.
Yeah.
On the album.
I agree.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
People are like, is father figure like about Travis? Or people were making jokes that people have called Taylor Swift daddy before, and they're like, oh, she gets it. Like she's the father figure. She's our father figure.
Okay.
Okay. I really hope that canceled all caps exclamation point is about a certain someone who we know loves to post online in all caps with exclamation points and may frequently misspell his words. And I only say misspell his words because canceled is only spelled with 2 L's in British English.
Yeah.
So technically in American English, she spelled it wrong. Now this could just be because Taylor Swift loves England.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not because she just misspelled a word.
Right.
That did not happen.
Yeah.
I really hope that it is.
Me too. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Do you have any theories on like what song you think will get a music video, will be a single, anything?
I think that Ophelia could get a music video, or maybe The Life of a Showgirl.
Oh my god, a Sabrina style music video.
Right.
Sorry, Taylor, not that we don't love yours, but like let's bring the genius together.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I could also see like Ophelia because like that's what a lot of the pictures seem to be alluding to.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder if just because of all the Pinocchio Easter eggs, which could just mean lots of millions of other things, but I wonder if Wood is gonna be a single or get a music video. Is Wood about Travis's schlong?
Goodbye.
Obviously, Wood is about Travis. Just kidding. Yeah. Which, I don't know. I did think like Wood is going to be about Pinocchio, but then now I have like about Pinocchio style life and like being not a real boy and whatever. But now I have so many other Pinocchio thoughts that I'm losing my mind a little bit. Also, I was on the phone. Mary, I told you yesterday that I was watching Pinocchio. Wrong one. 2 different Pinocchios came out in 2022. So, dope.
Perfect. How does that happen?
I don't know. So Disney did one, the Tom Hanks one, but that's not the one that she's talking about, the Guillermo del Toro one. So now I gotta go watch that one too. It's great. But I guess, important question, you've mentioned the death of a showgirl. Do you believe her when she says that there are no more tracks, only 12, there will not be a 13th, there will not be any more?
No. I don't believe her.
Do you think that it's going to be technically a different record and that's why she can confidently say no?
No. I think I just think it'd be crazy to release 2 double albums in a row. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so what, you think there's just gonna be bonus tracks and she lied?
I think that there was gonna be a 13th track.
Okay. Yeah, at first, again, before the Pinocchio stuff got out of hand, I was like, oh, the Pinocchio in the background just means I'm a lying liar. Don't believe me. Everything I say here, fake. Some people speculated that the 13th track will be I'd Lie.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. Because I think that I'd Lie has to be a vault track for a debut, but she said she's already fully re-recorded.
Yeah. And she said she will eventually give to us, so.
Right.
Yeah. Brief interlude, if you've listened this far. We have a gift. If you want 12% off of select merch on our merch of select merch, I don't know. If you want 12% off select items from our merch shop, you can use code TS12, and it's good from now until October 3rd. Woo! Okay, back to it and more on Pinocchio. So we've looked now at the Sabrina Carpenter Pinocchio in the back of her photo. Sus, number 1. In 2022, Taylor posted on an Instagram story that she loved the new Pinocchio movie, and the director, Guillermo del Toro, which she says like had written other movies that she like loved. She said she cried so much watching Pinocchio. And people have obviously now connected that to the fact that there are little Pinocchio's places and things. But now that we've started getting variants, people think that the colors of the vinyl variants also match the Pinocchio motif and colors. Not to mention, of course, the storyline of, you know, a life performing on stage and not being seen as real. So a couple things. Jiminy Cricket in the version, the Guillermo del Toro version, is a shiny mostly purple bug with some green colors. The shiny bug variants are purple and teal/green. Then on the Baby That's Show Business variants, we have a yellow and a midnight blue, which people think could be like the night sky of Pinocchio wishing on a star. I don't know if you had been seeing this, but like during and after the Eras Tour, people kept pointing out that there were these like edited in lights that were like stars, but it was like a light from behind the stage, but it was like clearly made like bigger. And so now people are like, was that what that was pointing to this whole time? Was that these like edited in stars are supposed to be like her wishing on a star or Pinocchio wishing on a star? Also, Pinocchio's hat is yellow and blue, not like a midnight blue, but blue nonetheless. And people have also pointed out that the star on the cover of the Baby That's Show Business variant is right next to the word life, which is what Pinocchio was wishing for. Thoughts?
This is the first I'm hearing of it, so
okay.
I need to take a lot of this in.
Okay.
I do think it's compelling though, and I think that Pinocchio is a fair comparison to
He's a
her
showgirl.
experience, Yeah. I also like the idea that she's just a liar,
Sure.
Especially I think I don't know, I feel like there's some way to connect the Tortured Poets Department being an interruption.
Sure.
And lying, No,
you lost me.
Okay. If she was planning on doing the life of a showgirl, and this joyful orange album about the Eras Tour, and it got interrupted because life was not as joyful as she presumed, then
and she met a tortured poet.
Right. Then the joy of being a showgirl is a lie.
Sure.
For her.
Sure.
So this whole album that she's been working on maybe is not as honest a representation of her life as she originally expected it to be.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and I think I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is all about the lie, right? That I have to get out on this stage and I have to do this and it doesn't really matter what I'm going through and all those things. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's very compelling to me that all of this ties to Pinocchio somehow, but I don't know what it means. Is it just a this is kind of the message and the theme, and I want y'all to see the comparison of me to Pinocchio, but it feels like you wouldn't Easter egg to just a vibe, but unless there are just lyrics that point to this. Yeah. So I just don't know what I think that all the Pinocchio stuff means. When I watched The Wrong Pinocchio, there was a moment that stood out to me. So this is from the Disney Pinocchio, and they just, I mean, again, this is just kind of the general theme. They said, why on earth would you want to be real when you could be famous? I'm speaking of the theater, bright lights, music, applause, fame. Many people say you aren't actually real until everybody knows about you. To be famous is to be real. Until then, you're just a nobody. And I think maybe she's just pointing us to that idea. And maybe she knows how far people are going to dive and that then we're going to see those things in it. But then it's also just but then I think maybe Wood is the single because maybe Wood is about Pinocchio, and so that's what all of this is pointing to. But I don't know. The other theory about the colors of the vinyl variants is that they are teal, purple, yellow, and blue. Are they just the colors of her stolen albums? It's like a midnight blue, and it's like a yellow, so it's like not exactly, but people basically said if the next drop of variant vinyls are red and black, then like it's been answered for us.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's fair. I don't know. How many more variant albums do we think there are?
I mean, people think that there are 2 because of that theory, but also there's at least one more drop.
Yeah.
And that's because of that one more lock.
Right.
And each drop has been 2 different covers. So people think that like there's gonna be one more drop and it's gonna be the like maybe it'll be red and black. But the other thing is that the countdowns, like the first countdown was 5 hours, the second one was 4 hours, the next one was 3 hours. So like if the next countdown lasts 2 hours, then like the countdowns are a countdown. And like what are they a countdown to? Is it a single? Is it a music video? The Grammys? Is that what I want to say? Oscars? Grammys. The music awards deadline is the 30th. So people have been saying like if she releases a single before the 30th, then she can make it, that one single can make it into voting for the Grammys or whatever. And so I don't know. We're getting very close to that. So I feel like I just like constantly need to like, is there a countdown right now? Am I missing it?
Right.
Why did the TS turn blue? Oh, because of the Baby That Show Business variant.
I feel like I'm always a little bit behind.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair. Okay. That has changed. There was something else I was going to talk about, but we'll get there. Before there were vinyl variants, there were deluxe CD variants. So there were 4. There's the main orange one subtitled Sweat and Vanilla Perfume. Ew. A red one subtitled It's Frightening. A lavender one subtitled It's Rapturous. And a silver one subtitled It's Beautiful. So given that there are like not any additional tracks and all of those things, is the only difference in these deluxe CDs their looks. Like they come with like a necklace, so like that's different, and there's like images that come with it that are different. But like, is that all that makes them different from each other, or makes them deluxe?
Isn't that how like the 1989 deluxes were? Like they were all the same songs, but just like different colors.
Yeah, and that's what the vinyl variants are. But I guess I just wonder, like, I don't know.
I don't understand why one of them doesn't match the other subtitles.
I know.
I don't like it.
I know. I figured it's because it's the main one, but also why does the main one need a subtitle at all?
Right.
Like, is the subtitle just for the deluxeness of it? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But I ordered the orange one.
Me too.
Which I wish I had ordered the red one, but I feel like I wanted the original.
Yeah, I like the like original covers.
I wanted that picture of her in the red.
Yeah,
bodysuit.
Fair.
I just want it. Sorry. So me and Mary are gonna be rocking the same little purple eye necklace.
Oh, I didn't know mine came with a necklace.
Mm-hmm. They all.
Well, I didn't order the deluxe one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I just ordered. I ordered it before I saw the cover.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I tried to pre-order the first night, but by the time I did it, it was an hour wait, and it was midnight or whatever, 11, and I was like, no. So then when the deluxes dropped, I said, oh, cool, got it. Okay. I was absolutely cackling when she said loafing him was bread, and Travis looked confused, and she said, that one wasn't on tour. You don't know that one. That's okay. Cackling, but also hold him to a higher standard. ma'am. Is that also an Easter egg, that it's like all about the tour? No one actually knows her.
Right.
Other than
even
the tour.
Travis.
Even Travis. In the Eras Tour book, people have now realized or been reminded that where it says behind the scenes is written in sparkly orange, which makes sense now because she tells us that this is going to be an album about the behind the scenes of the Eras Tour, which also feels like the entire I Can Do It With a Broken Heart music video is an Easter egg then. Mm-hmm. I don't think she literally means behind the scenes, like behind the stage like that, but she's saying like it's about like my life.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes. So it feels like we've been kind of hinting toward that for a while. This is the newest, like, this is fucking crazy thing. So it's gone now. I just looked, but there was an orange in cursive exit sign in the background of her website behind like the purchasable items. So if you scrolled, like they would cover it, but then whatever. What the fuck does this mean?
Right. Is it related to the orange door?
Perhaps it's just an orange exit door. What does it mean that we're exiting? Are we exiting the life of a showgirl to enter her death? Like, what's happening here?
We exiting show business, baby?
Oh, no. But I did see recently someone posted that she said, so Taylor said this thing in the podcast about, you don't have to look at that sign over there and flip it upside down and backwards in Braille and like pay attention to it. So this girl said, I saw the exit sign, so I flipped it upside down and backwards. And she said, it makes the Roman numeral for 60. Which leads us into our next section.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about the halftime show allegations?
I think, yes. I definitely think she's not doing a Las Vegas residency.
I think that's a whole separate one, but we'll get there. But I just think it is crazy to me that she would do the halftime show while he is still playing. Like, I just really would have assumed that she would wait till he's retired. Like, we don't know that he's going to make it to the Super Bowl. If he does, we don't know that he's going to win. Like, it just feels weird to me. However, the halftime show Easter eggs are Easter egging.
Right.
Apparently, we have an exit sign that flips to the Roman numerals of 60, which aren't really that hard, I don't think. But anyway, so behind Travis and Taylor in the podcast episode, the Super Bowl trophy is tipped over halfway on the shelf. She also said 47 multiple times, and people have discovered that the 47th Eras Tour show took place in Levi's Stadium, which is scheduled to host the 60th Super Bowl, which is interesting because Taylor Swift says that she talks about bread 60% of the time now. Levi's Stadium is also the home of the 49ers, whose mascot is Sourdough Sam.
Yes, we just read about Sourdough Sam at school.
Wow.
And yes, it's true.
It feels like it isn't really even possible that that's not what she's signifying. Does it mean that she's going to do maybe she'll be someone's guest? Maybe it just has something to do with the Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
Other people said that at one point she was rubbing Travis's shoulder and she did the sign language for SB. That's a little crazy.
Y'all are taking me out.
She also said at one point, which I thought was interesting, that she would be ready. She said, I wouldn't be ready. Basically, Jason asked if she's ready to be not a political commentator. I wrote political. I was thinking of Wendy Osefo. A football commentator.
Yes, I've been trying to, I was reading that you wrote that, and I was like, when did she say that?
No. That she would be ready to do football commentary perhaps in about 16 months. And at first I was like, okay, 16 means something. But 16 months from the day that episode aired would be December 13th, her birthday, in 2026. That is a Sunday, I think. I looked, which is usually when football is played. So will she be making a debut as a football commentator on her birthday?
Over a year from now.
Or is something else just coming on her birthday over a year from now? Why is she pointing to her birthday in 2026? I don't know.
Yeah, she's...
The more boring theory, and at this point doesn't really feel like this is all it is, but the more boring theory about the number 47 is that Ophelia dies in Act 4, Season 7 of Hamlet. I think if you had told me that first...
Season 7.
Season? Did I say season?
Yes.
Too much reality TV. Act 4, Scene 7 in Hamlet. So, like, if you had told me that first, I would have been like, yeah, that's why she keeps saying 47. She was just hinting at the title track, blah, blah, or the first track, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm like, there's no way. It's not the Super Bowl. And I don't know why I'm bothered by it. Like, obviously, anytime we can see Taylor Swift perform is, like, great. But I just, like, had really given up on this idea of her performing in a halftime while Travis is playing because, like, why would she want to do that? Like, she wants to be there just with him and, like, watch him.
Yeah.
So, like, I just don't know. It seems antithetical to the, like, we just support each other, love each other so much thing.
Yeah. Unless he's going to retire on her birthday in 2026.
But the Super Bowl is
and
before
then
that.
She'll be in the next Super Bowl.
Maybe. And she's a lying liar because she was hinting to the wrong Super Bowl. Exactly. Actually, we can't believe anything she said because she's a lying liar. So, done.
Yeah, just ignore anything that woman has ever said.
Yeah. The other theories about things that are upcoming continue to be theories about an Eras Tour documentary. And then, as Mary mentioned, theories that Taylor Swift may do a Las Vegas residency. First, the Eras Tour documentary. People think that the 4 locks on the countdown could signify a 4-part documentary. I mean, maybe, I guess. But, like, I think the 4 locks...
the episodes are called, like, Shiny Bug and...
Or they're called It's Frightening, It's Rapturous, It's Beautiful. Who knows? We got all these different things going. Which is, like, possible, but I think the 4 locks also have other explanations, which is just they're the 4 drops. But maybe. I do still feel like a documentary could be coming, and I think it's, like, the perfect accompaniment to a behind-the-scenes type album. So, I mean, I don't know. She gave us so much Eras Tour content. And, like, we know she was filming, so it's like, I don't see why we wouldn't eventually get a documentary.
Yeah.
But I don't know about...
I also saw that she, like, when she was obtaining all of these different, like... like, copyrights for, like, TS and all these different things, that one of them was, like...
Female Rage.
Yeah, Female Rage the musical.
Which she also said musical in the podcast when she like talked about how she tried to make the Eras Tour like reach theater kids and like feel like a musical at times, like all these things. So yeah, I mean, I still like hope that if and when the documentary comes that it is called Female Rage the Musical. I think that's incredible. But yeah. All right. So you're not buying the Las Vegas residency?
No. I think like a Las Vegas residency is like where performers go to die.
That's what I said.
You know?
That's what I think. So people thought, there were like rumors before the podcast episode even came out. I had seen rumors that she was going to do a Las Vegas residency. And I was like, okay. And then people were like, oh my God, it would be perfect because that's where showgirls are. Like that makes so much sense. Also, why would she want to travel the world when she's like in a happy relationship? She could just stay home, like in the US. So she's just going to do a residency and like be a showgirl and get to perform the life of a showgirl and all of this stuff. Like people just were like, it makes so much sense. Then they saw that there was like a sphere that looked like the Las Vegas sphere behind her and Travis in the podcast episode. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe. And it is like the showgirl capital of the world, but agreed with you that like I just associate Las Vegas residencies with the death of musical careers.
Right, I agree.
I obviously think like Taylor Swift would be the person who like that wouldn't have to be true for. But it just feels like something that the most popular woman in the world would not do. But unless it is like, I don't even want to say it, unless it is like her farewell, like it's like, all right, I'm gonna go be like Travis is gonna retire now too, and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope not. Although it would maybe be more attainable tickets.
Maybe. I mean, like, she can do whatever she wants, but it feels beneath her. Not that, like, she wouldn't make it exactly whatever she wanted to, and, like, it would become the biggest residency in the world, and it would break all the records, and, like, that would still be true. But I don't know. But I do get also the argument that's, like, how do you tour after the Eras tour?
Right.
Like, now you're going to do one album tours again that are, like, only an hour and a half. And so, like,
I agree.
I don't know. But I think if you're being a showgirl,
right,
you need more than 12 songs. But if you're being a showgirl, then, like, that's a whole different performance and, like, a whole different tour.
Maybe the vibe is maybe it's a tour and the vibe is Las Vegas residency.
Sure. Maybe the prop is going to be a sphere. Done. All right. Have you seen the TAS on all of the covers being slightly different shades from the other letters? Does it mean anything, or is it just like, ooh, that's my initials?
I don't know. I saw the first thing.
She said, I'm the showgirl, so it's my initials.
A woman was like, ooh, like, look at this. Like, what does it mean? And people were commenting and were like, Taylor Allison Swift. And she was like, I'm dumb. I don't know what it could mean.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
No. Oh, no. I mean, like, I think it probably stands for Taylor Allison Swift, but, like, does that mean something? Is it just like, this is an album about me? Like, these are just my initials and they happen to be in this? I don't know.
Las Vegas.
Exactly. I sent you this video. Do you think that there is beef between Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff and subsequently Margaret Qualley?
I don't. I just think, to be honest, that Margaret Qualley is like kind of weird, you know? Like, I think she's just I think she has a lot of the same energy as like Aubrey Plaza in a lot of ways. And so, like, I think that that's just kind of her. I also think that, like, sometimes as like someone who has like a successful acting career, maybe you don't want to be asked about your husband and his super famous partner. Like, maybe she don't want to talk about Taylor Swift. She wants to talk about herself.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that they had any beef, and I think like everyone would understand that she just like wants to work with these people again, and they're professionals and whatever. I sent you that Margaret Qualley interview because she just seemed a little off, but I think like it's possible. She was literally on a press tour for her new movie, and she's being asked about like if you have any new information on Taylor Swift, And like, I think that just kind of sucks. Like, I even saw one with Zoe Kravitz, who is like very close with her still and says she has listened to parts of TS12, and she was like not at all sour about it, but they kept saying like, wait, Taylor Swift sends you sourdough bread. And she's like, yeah, she's my friend. And they're like, but how crazy is it to get sourdough bread sent to you by Taylor Swift? And she's like, I think it's kind of crazy to get sourdough bread sent to you. Like, people don't really do that. It's 2025.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, these people are successful people who are then, they are celebrities who are being asked by lay people or news anchors. Isn't it crazy? They're like being reminded that like their level of celebrity is still not the level of Taylor Swift. And like, I think that like, yeah, probably just kind of sucks. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, people did theorize that there would be more tracks or a double album, and that they would all be produced by Jack and Aaron. So maybe Margaret was acting weird because she knows something.
Yeah. I just think how crazy. Like, this seems like the perfect album for a shitload of synth. And we suddenly don't have Jack Antonoff.
Yeah. But I did go listen to a bunch of Max Martin songs, like, by other people, and I was like trying to figure out like what's similar. I mean this in the nicest way possible, I promise. But it reminded me of like Ross Geller with his keyboard. Like, Max Martin is in the background just going like doing sound effects to these songs, and I was like, oh, that's what makes it special. And I'm like, that's what's coming. I also am loving people doing the remixes of folklore songs with 1989 music, because they're like, she said it doesn't lose the storytelling of folklore, so it's going to be just like, it's like This Is Me Trying with like 1989 beats in the background. That's it. I do kind of expect that it's going to be sad.
Yeah. I mean, the titles would suggest.
Yeah.
Ophelia, literally about a woman going crazy and dying.
Yeah. All right. Final. Anything else from you? Theories? Anything I missed? Anything you're subscribing to? Claiming?
I don't know. I'm so excited. And
it'll be right before our girls' trip. We'll have
I did think like maybe we should change our girls' trip shirts. But probably too late for that. But yes, I think, it's exciting, and I can't think of any like more specific thoughts that I have, and I feel like the reason I'm like being so like lingery is because the second we log off, all of the thoughts will hit me, and so I'm trying to think of them as I'm talking, and I can't.
Well, you can give them to us next time.
Right.
Final news. Eras Tour dancer Jan is now a professional on Dancing with the Stars.
So exciting.
Woo! Very exciting.
Yes. I think this is gonna be a good cast of Dancing with the Stars also.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They've got Robert Irwin, the two Mormon wives. I think Colton Underwood is gonna be on Dancing with the Stars.
No, he's so busy.
But I saw that his partner will be Mark Ballas. And I love Mark Ballas, so that's exciting to me. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, Alex Earl. Is gonna be on it. I'm pretty sure they've only announced those four: Robert Irwin, Alex Earl, Jen, and Whitney are the only four they've like for sure announced.
Okay.
But yes, I've heard rumors. Yeah. Oh. Sabrina Carpenter released a music video?
She had released a teaser of one.
Okay.
Tears.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.